somehow or another. I don't know what happened, but my phone went out. And turned it back around the top dead center. When you find these marks right here, it's like I said, mine's 7 inches. Check yours. What I done was I found out that they were 7 inches, so I just made me a piece of paper, just like this right here. I took a long sheet of paper and measured off from here over here 7 inches. And I took me a little punch. If you take this thing and punch it, it'll make you a mark and get you a pencil. And I just went from my top dead center mark. Get a buddy, he can help you hold it on the top dead center, and go all the way over here to the B mark. Make you a pencil mark, and then scribe it at the end of that pencil. Then you take that thing and put you a little punch in it, just a little beep, and then mark it with white paint. That way, when you pull this thing up to, I know it's a little aggravating to see. I don't have anybody here to film me, but once you come all the way up to your B mark, just like that right there. Now, go back over here to the book. Then you can go to right here where it says step number 2, adjust number 5 rocker arm. So right here you can see that we have a lot of slack on number 5. All right, so basically all you do, I'll drop that ratchet. You just take your ratchet and you go all the way down until there's no slack. And play with this, because you just want to feel, I can feel a little slack there. You just turn it down to where you're preloading. All right, right there, I have a little bit of slack there. Let's keep going. Okay, right there I have no slack. You can't hear anything moving. Now, all I did was I went from here, and I go straight around. That's one. Or you can go on this one all the way around like that right there, which is one complete turn. Now, all you did was set the preload on this lifter here. Okay? That's all you're doing. You can still turn, like what they were saying, in order to get that whole thing bottomed out, no oil in it, where you can move this thing. You're not fighting against oil. To turn it all the way down to where you can't turn this, you bottom it out, push it out, push all the oil out of it, so you can work with this thing. Like I said, there's like 100 to 120 thousandths of an inch of oil in that thing. So all you're doing is pushing all the oil out of it so you can get this thing adjusted to this point. Now, do the same thing for every one of them. Okay? The same thing for every one of them. That way that there's no slack in, you adjust these things to where there's no slack in them. No slack in the, get just a little bit in it. Okay, there's no, a little bit. You have to play with that thing, because especially the way I'm putting a little bit of grease on it. They want you to have a little bit of grease there. All right, there's no slack in that one. So I just go from here and I turn it. A lot of people say 3/4. A lot of people say 1 turn. The book says 1 turn. Okay. And that one there, the preload set on it. So number 5 is done. Then you go back to your book, right there, back to that drawing. And it tells you to follow the firing order. Now I got to turn it all the way to the C mark. and do number 3. Or step 3 on that thing, which is, I think it says number 2. In other words, cylinder number 2. So that's how you reference the harmonic balancer with these marks up and adjust those valves. With this off, it's easier to do this with the cover off right here, but you adjust these things to where you'll feel it. And there's, if you assemble this thing, it's going to have a little bit of grease on it. Take your rag. You can turn those push rods. In the same essence, make sure that your lifter is not turning. It's the push rod itself. You don't want the lifter to turn. Hopefully this helps. A lot of this questions on a lot of these forums on the 300 inline 6-cylinder valve adjustment. If you have any questions, you can call me 678-725-9953. If you know of an easier way, call me and say, hey, there's an easier way to do this. I'd like to know, because that's what the book says. And what people, this is what gets people mixed up when they get to looking for these marks. They're not there. You got to make your own. So I think that's where a lot of the problem begins. And then people go, I don't know how to make those. Well, the easiest way is just like I showed you. Start at top dead center. Figure out what your whole distance is. And go from there over. Like I said, check yours. It may not be 7 inches. But put your marks on there. And make sure that all the distances are the same. Like mine was, like I said, it's 7, to 21. Hopefully this helps. We'll return later.